I'm Erica Barnes.
And I'm Charles Fleischmann.
And we're part of Maynard Nexsen's Compliance and Risk Management practice, back for the final of our three-part series on compliance programs. Today, we'll tackle how to make sure your compliance program is working for you. Companies devote significant resources to their compliance programs, but government enforcers have said consistently that a compliance program is only valuable if it's effective, or in other words, if it works. So let's talk about 6 key ways to make sure your program is working for you.
1. Evaluate regularly and update as appropriate. Your business, the law, and the government's enforcement priorities are changing constantly. A compliance program that earned a B+ last year may earn a C- this year. Companies should make sure they are looking at the following on a regular, risk-based schedule and making changes as needed. Are there new laws and regulations that affect the business? Has the business model changed such that its legal risks may have changed as well? Has the company been through a lawsuit or enforcement action or gotten complaints? Is there something happening in the culture, political environment, or economy that changes the company's risk?
2. Train regularly in accountable ways and make policies and procedures readily available. A policy in a drawer that no one understands or remembers is worth nothing, and almost no one remembers everything they saw during their first week on the job, or something they learned in a click-through electronic training. A company should train on new risk and updated policies and procedures, and then retrain periodically on a risk-based schedule, even if nothing has changed. Companies should train in accountable ways, like in-person training or a computer training that does not allow employees to walk away or minimize their screen. A company should also generally make its policies, procedures, and trainings available on demand to those employees with a need to reference them on an intranet or in a known location.
Automate as much as you can. The less a compliance program relies on people to remember to do something or on manual processes, the better. For example, companies should set a regular cadence for training, risk assessments, or compliance program reviews rather than relying on someone to schedule them. When appropriate and feasible, companies should use existing or new software to flag high-risk situations for further review rather than relying on people to elevate concerns.
4. Pay attention to reporting volume. If a company is not receiving any compliance-related reports, this is often not a sign that the company is doing great. Instead, it's often a sign that employees do not know how to report concerns or do not feel comfortable doing so. Companies should also train on how to report.
Pay attention to documentation. The old adage, if it's not documented, it didn't happen, has never been truer in any area than in compliance. Document everything, including times when you evaluated and changed nothing. Likewise, if you can't find the documentation, it's not documented. Make sure you are storing all compliance documentation in a central, physical, or electronic location. Email folders are not a good electronic location. People change jobs, and email is expensive to search.
6. Put your money and your time where your risk is. Resources are finite, and that is certainly true in non-revenue generating areas like compliance. You may not be able to achieve an A+ in every area of compliance, and that's okay. The key is to put your resources where your greatest risk is. Also remember that sometimes lower cost monitoring and training activities, like a checkbox in your CRM software that flags certain high-risk transactions for management review, or scenario-based training at a monthly staff meeting, give you more bang for your buck than well-written paper policies or beautiful company-wide computer training. We've just scratched the surface today. Please contact Maynard Nexsen's Compliance and Risk Management Practice Group for more tailored information or to discuss a compliance program audit or checkup. We appreciate you joining us for our 3-part series.